Three blondes were having a picnic in the park. One of them took out a can of a 1-calorie diet cola and poured it equally into 3 cups. She drank hers and the second one did the same, but the third blonde just stared at her cup suspiciously. "I wonder who got the calories," she asked. A husband and a wife are waiting at the bus stop. A husband and a wife are waiting at the bus stop with their 10 children. A blind man joins them after a few minutes. Soon, the bus arrives, but it is overloaded and only the wife and the 9 kids are able to fit onto the bus. So the husband and the blind man decide to walk. After a while, the husband gets irritated by the ticking of the stick of the blind man as he taps it on the sidewalk and says to him, "Why don't you put a piece of rubber at the end of your stick? That ticking sound is driving me crazy." The blind man replies, "If you had put a rubber at the end of your stick, we'd be riding the bus, so shut up." 5 blondes go into a bar and one of them says to the bartender, "A round of drinks for me and my friends." They get their drinks and raise their glasses to a toast of, to 51 days, and they drink. The head blonde asks the bartender to set them up again. Again, the blondes toast to 51 days, and they drink. After they order a third round, the bartender says that he has to ask what the toast means. The head blonde says, "We just finished a jigsaw puzzle. On the box it said, 2 to 4 years, and we finished it in 51 days. A very large, old building was being torn down in Chicago to make room for a new skyscraper. Due to its proximity to other buildings, it could not be imploded and had to be dismantled floor by floor. While working on the 49th floor, 2 construction workers found a skeleton in a small closet behind the elevator shaft. They decided that they should call the police. When the police arrived, they directed them to the closet and showed them the skeleton fully clothed and standing upright. They said, "This could be Jimmy Hoffa or somebody really important." 2 days went by and the construction workers couldn't stand it anymore. They had to know who they had found. They called the police and said, "We are the 2 guys who found the skeleton in the closet and we want to know if it was Jimmy Hoffa or somebody important." The police said, "It's not Jimmy Hoffa, but it was somebody kind of important." "Well, who was it?" "The 1956 blonde national hide-and-seek champion." A gorgeous young redhead goes into the doctor's office complaining about aches and pains in whichever part of her body she happened to touch. The doctor looked at her completely puzzled, wondering what on earth could be wrong with such a young, vibrant-looking woman. "Impossible," he cried. "Show me." The redhead took her finger, pushed on her left shoulder and screamed, and then she pushed her elbow, screaming even more. She pushed her knee, screaming yet again, and then she pushed her ankle, doing the same. Appearing pensive for a few moments, the doctor suddenly had a great idea about what might be causing the problem. He asked, "You're not really a redhead, are you?" Seeming surprised at the question, the woman was at a loss as to why the doctor might be asking her this. "Well, no," she replied, "I'm actually a blonde. I got this new dye job because I was fed up with everyone thinking I'm some airhead, but what does that have to do with anything?" "Ah, I thought you might be a blonde," said the doctor while trying not to laugh. "You don't have aches and pains all over your body. The pain you're feeling is because your finger is broken." A husband and wife are having dinner at a very fine restaurant when an absolutely stunning young woman comes over to their table, gives the husband a big open-mouthed kiss, then says she'll see him later and walks away. The wife glares at her husband and says, "Who in the was that?" "Oh," replies the husband, "she's my mistress." "Well, that's the last straw," says the wife. "I've had enough. I want a divorce." "I can understand that," replies her husband, "but remember, if we get a divorce it will mean no more shopping trips to Paris, no more wintering in Barbados, no more summers in Tuscany, no more Jaguar in the garage, and no more yacht club. Not only that, but no more diamonds, no more credit cards, and a large bank account." But, he said, the decision is all yours. Just then, a mutual friend of theirs enters the restaurant with a gorgeous babe on his arm. "Who's that woman with Bobby?" asks the wife. "That's his mistress," says the husband. "Ours is prettier," she replies. The husband store. A store that sells new husbands has opened in New York City, where a woman may go to choose a husband. Among the instructions at the entrance is a description of how the store operates. You may visit this store only once. There are 6 floors, and the value of the products increase as the shopper ascends the flights. The shopper may choose any item from a particular floor, or may choose to go up to the next floor, but cannot go back down except to exit the building. So, a woman goes to the husband store to find a husband. On the first floor, the sign on the door reads, "Floor 1, these men have jobs." She is intrigued, but continues to the second floor, where the sign reads, "Floor 2, these men have jobs and love kids." That's nice, she thinks, but I want more. So she continues upward. The third floor sign reads, "Floor 3, these men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good-looking." Wow, she thinks, but feels compelled to keep going. She goes to the 4th floor and the sign reads, "Floor 4, these men have jobs, love kids, are drop-dead good-looking and help with housework." "Oh, mercy me," she exclaims, "I can hardly stand it." Still, she goes to the 5th floor and the sign reads, "Floor 5, these men have jobs, love kids, are drop-dead gorgeous, help with housework, and have a strong romantic streak." She is so tempted to stay, but she goes to the 6th floor, where the sign reads, "Floor 6, you are visitor 31,456,012 to this floor. There are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please. Thank you for shopping at the husband's store." A couple was celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary when the wife claimed that her and her husband hadn't argued since their wedding night. After being asked about how they did it, the wife explains that after their wedding ceremony, they went and took a little honeymoon in a horse and buggy. The horse walked 10 miles and stopped, refusing to go further. "That's one," said the wife. The horse looked back, walked another 5 miles, and stopped, refusing to go further. "That's 2," said the wife. The horse looked back, walked another 5 miles, and stopped, refusing to go further. "All right, that's 3," said the wife angrily. She stepped out of their buggy, grabbed a shotgun and shot the horse. "Hold on," the husband said. "What do you think you are doing? We are 20 miles from home with no way back, and that was a vicious act of animal cruelty." The wife looked at her new husband and said, "That's one." Hey there, I put a lot effort into making these videos, so please subscribe for more jokes and stay happy, thank you.